There we go, right, just to let you know, I am recording now.
Okay.
So can you please just tell me your full name and job title just for the record?
Joe Boulder, PSHE Coordinator at Cannon Lee.
And so can you tell me a little bit about, kind of what's happening at the moment with the teaching that you're doing?
Well, a few weeks ago we had a citywide briefing about the healthy relationships and the expect respect information, and we decided in the week before half term to have a school-wide focus in PSE and citizenship lessons. The information that we've been given is absolutely fantastic, and it gives you lesson plans for each year group. So each year group had their own specific lesson plans that were suitable for their kind of age and development. And we wanted to do just a week focus just to start it off. It's not going to be the only thing we do, but really with everyone thinking about relationships and healthy relationships and what that meant to them.
So what is it exactly, kind of how have you been teaching it? What have you been, what sort of message you've had?
Well, we did it in PSE lessons, so each year group had the same lesson at the same time, hoping to create a bit of a buzz, get them to talk about it afterwards. And it's really just looking at the kind of relationships you have, whether they're with your friends or your parents or boyfriends and girlfriends, and whether or not they are healthy for you and they are, you are being yourself in those relationships, and whether you're getting anything out of them.
So do you think it's been important for the pupils so far?
Yeah, I think it's an important starting point. It's certainly not the only thing that we should be doing, but it's an important starting point to get them to think about the way they're treating people and the way they're being treated. I think it's really in the media at the moment with the Jay-Z and Solange thing and how people should treat each other, and it's not just girls being treated badly by boys, it's boys being treated badly by girls, and we should all look at the way that we treat other people.
I think, yeah, do you think that's been quite an important sort of thing, that kind of a current topic to kind of draw things in, and as well, like you say, I mean, I think that's so important as well to recognise it is,
it's
both
ways.
sides.
I think it has, because I don't think anyone quite realised that we still had the attitude that if a bloke hit a woman, that's awful, but if a woman hit a man, he must have done something wrong. And hopefully that will bring something into the limelight that boys can be treated badly just as much as girls.
Yeah, definitely. And are you finding that people are kind of, sorry, not people, your pupils are already kind of, getting from the lessons, quite an important message?
Yeah, I think that they're picking up, they're looking at their own lives, and they might not be necessarily saying it to us, but they're certainly thinking and looking at their own lives and the relationships that they have. And it's also making clear that just because, your parents might be texting you 3 times a night to find out where you are because they're worried about you, but if you've got a boyfriend or a girlfriend who's constantly harassing you saying where are you, is that a healthy relationship for you to be in? It doesn't just necessarily mean that someone loves you. And it's looking at friendships as well, and healthy friendships and healthy brother, sister, sibling relationships and things like that as well. The year 10s are going to be doing some further work with Simon Jones, who's a youth and student worker for Clifton Parish Churches. He's going to be coming in for the next 4 weeks and doing some further work on healthy relationships with the year 10s.
That's fab. So what kind of activities have you been doing in the lessons, and how have you been kind of...
A lot of it's looking at statements, things like, if he texts me 15 times a night, it means he loves me, and, students think about whether that's abusive or whether that's loving or whether that depends, and getting them to evaluate their own relationships that they're in their own lives and see how that relates to how they feel and how they act.
And do you think it could kind of help, as you say, you said with parents, if, for example, I mean, it's not something that I thought about until now, but if if there are parents that are in a relationship that isn't perhaps as loving as it could be, do you reckon that people are picking up on that a bit more as well?
I think so. I mean, I think it's difficult because children think it's only domestic abuse if you're married. So it's getting them to see that you can still be abused in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. I think they may well look at home and see the way parents are being treated and not think that that's how they want to be treated. And hopefully that will help them in the future. But also we make sure that they know they can come and talk to people, and there are contacts available for if they need to take that further in their own lives.
Yeah, and can you think of anything else that you might like to add that we've not touched upon?
Well, there's information for parents as well that we are going to make sure goes out before the end of the school year. For I think the long holidays are sometimes times when things can get worse, and it's just really everyone. I mean, these things from the council are fantastic, and they go right from reception up to year 13. So it's something that all all schools and organisations should be thinking about regularly, and all students should have the opportunity to have someone to talk to about these things all the time.
That's absolutely perfect. Thank you very